Morning, sir.
Morning. We'll start in a couple of minutes. Okay. So in our previous class, we have discussed about the cell, the unit of life, and after that, Mamta ma'am has taken some classes for you, and till where it is covered.
Sir, she took tissue chapter.
Okay, in second chapter, is it? Tissues. Okay, till where it
So
was?
third chapter.
Third chapter. Till where it was covered?
Sir, Pacha. Sir, ma'am was telling us about the human tissues. And it was covered till, sir, today we have to start with fluid connective tissue. It was covered till supportive connective tissue.
Okay, 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 fine. So we had already started this chapter, cell, the unit of life, which is the second chapter. Okay, so we'll finish this one, cell, the unit of life. I think we have covered till this cell shape, page number 10.
Yes, sir.
Okay, and now we have to look into the cell organelles, the structure of a cell. What are the different structures
Yes,
that are there within the cell? Okay, so this is very important part of this chapter, and throughout also extremely important part, this one. Okay, so we'll finish this first. Page number 11. Okay, page number 11, structure of a cell. Structure of a cell. So just like the human body or the plant or any, we look at the anatomy, what is the structure? Okay, what is it made up of? So in the same way, the structure of a cell, what is the cell made up of? So earlier class we have discussed cell theory. Okay, so what did the cell theory say?
so the cell theory says that the cell is the smallest unit of structure, cell is the smallest unit of function, and all the cells arise from pre-existing cells.
Correct. Okay, so it is the basic fundamental building block, it is the unit, basic unit of the structure function of the cell, of the life. So that means an individual cell is able to exist independently and able to perform all the activities. Okay, so how it is able to do, what are the different structures that are there inside the cell? Now just like in the body there are the different organs, stomach, liver and so on, brain and so on, there are different organs are there, like that only inside the cell also there are small structures are there, but we don't call them as organs, we call them as organelles.
Excuse me, sir.
Yes, yes.
So, what is the difference between organs and organelles?
Yeah. You see here organ, okay. Organ is made up of the different types of tissues. Okay. For example, if you look at the brain, okay, the brain in your class 8, I think the structure of the heart, structure of the brain you have studied.
Yes, sir.
So in that one,
Yes.
what happens that it is not made up of only one type of tissue, it is made up of more than one type of tissue. Okay, the brain itself is having gray matter, white matter. Okay, different types of neurons are there, different types of cells are there. The heart also is made up of the cardiac muscle, but also it is having the pericardium, it is having that valves, it is having different tissues, right? Like that, it is having different tissues. So the stomach, liver also like that, also they are having the different tissues. An organ is made up of different tissues that are working together. Similarly, in a cell also there are different small organs. You can say they are organs, but they are so small. That is why we say these are the little organs. Okay, little organs. So organelle. Okay, cell organelles. So these cell organelles are the structures which are there within the cell. Okay, these are the how the cell is made up of different components of the cell. You can say the organs of the cell. Here in the textbook it is given as cell organelles are living parts. Okay, in italics it is given, no? Page number 11, top, okay, top most line. You see above the table, blue color table, you see above that one.
Yes,
In
sir.
italics it is written cell organelles are living parts. Okay, so do you agree with that statement?
Sir, it may be or maybe not, because cell is also made up of cell wall, and that is not made up of living material, living organism. That are not living parts. So they are made up of that part.
So what do you mean by a living part, living and non-living part? When can we say something is living? What is the important characteristic that to say that
Sir,
is living?
sir, it can move.
No, plants don't move.
So means it can make their own food. We can say.
Oh, animals don't make their own food. We consume
No, sir.
others.
Correct.
Yes.
So they can respire.
Yes, respiration is extremely important. A fundamental property. Very good. Respiration is there. Every living organism has to perform respiration. It has to generate its own energy. It has to generate. You can consume the food from anywhere, no problem. But the extraction of that energy, the process of respiration has to be performed by the living cell. So respiration is very important, reproduction is very important. Okay, in this way there are the different important properties of a living organism. But when you say that some part of the cell is living or non-living, it is totally unacceptable. We cannot accept that, no, because we are telling what is the fundamental unit of life.
Cell.
Cell is the fundamental unit of life, and you are breaking down, you are going into the smaller parts of the cell, and then in that you are telling it is living, it is non living. That is not correct. You cannot do that. Okay, it is the part of the cell. So don't confuse yourself with all these living and non living parts. It is not required. Okay, so important is just you have to that a cell is made up of the different, what is that called, cell organelle. Cell organelle. Okay, that is all we need to know. Okay, don't get into that living and non-living part of the cell. Whatever is a cell is the unit.
Unit of love.
Okay, now there are some structures in the cell which are essential. What is meaning of essential?
Very
Very
important.
important.
Very important.
Very important. Okay, very important. Okay, very important. So
And they
if
are
I remove
required
that, if I remove that part of the cell, whether it will survive?
So it is required.
No, sir.
Essential organs means that these organs are required for carrying out the day-to-day activities for the cell.
Ah. So that means when you say something is essential, that means if you remove that thing, then the cell should not be able to survive. Then only you can
Yes.
say it is essential. Okay. So there are the there are the three important essential parts of the cell. One is the cell membrane. Membrane. What is meaning of membrane?
Cover.
Cover. Okay.
Cover.
So say plastic sheet is there. Is it a, can you say it is a membrane? Polythene sheet is
Yes.
there, carry bags, so many people do use that, no? So thin polythene sheet is there. Can we say that it is a membrane?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Membrane means a thin sheet. Yes, a thin sheet. It can be made up of whatever paper, plastic, whatever it may be. Okay, a thin sheet, very thin film, you can say. The membrane can have the different properties. Okay, the cell membrane is unique because every cell, it has a covering, and that covering will have a cell membrane. Okay, inside so many parts will be there, so many things will be there. Okay, that's all okay, fine. But every living cell, it will distinguish itself from the outside by a boundary. That boundary is the cell membrane. And any cell cannot survive by, just like some kind of stone or something, just I'm not interacting with anything from the outside. That is not possible. A living system will always interact with its environment. It will give something outside, it will take something from outside. Okay, from inside it will be releasing something, from outside it will be taking. So exchange, this exchange of material, exchange of energy, exchange of matter, this will always take place. So what is the boundary? The boundary is the cell membrane. The cell membrane is the boundary of the cell, and all this exchange has to take place through the cell membrane. If the cell membrane is made up of plastic, like the polythene that we are using, whether it will be able to do this exchange?
No.
No, sir.
It cannot exchange,
No, sir.
because we pour water in the polythene bag, the water is not going to leak unless there is a hole. Okay, it does not allow the water to come inside, go outside. It is a totally closed, not allow anything to exchange. So membrane, this is what you can say, impermeable membrane. Impermeable, it does not allow anything to pass through it. But cell membrane, it will allow some things to pass, but some things it will not allow to pass. Selective. So we say it is a semi permeable. Okay, what we say, semi permeable. That means it will allow certain things to come inside and go outside, but other substances it is not allowing. We will see in more detail cell membrane. So cell membrane is the boundary. It is made up of lipids. Okay, lipids plus proteins is equal to lipoprotein.
And what are lipids?
Yes, we will say lipids plus proteins. When they are combining together, we are saying that these are known as the lipoprotein. Okay, in your page number 12, okay, cell membrane and cell wall, lipoprotein. Point number 2, cell membrane is composed of lipoproteins. Okay, So lipids means fats, oils. Okay. Oils, all of us know: coconut oil, groundnut oil, mustard oil. These are all oils. That means an oil is liquid at room temperature. Okay. Fats are solid at room temperature. Room temperature means around 25 degrees centigrade. For example, ghee, okay, dalda, vanaspati, all these things are solid at room temperature. We say that they are fats. Those which are liquids at room temperature, we are saying oils. Okay. Together, these fats and oils are coming under the category of lipids. Lipids, lipids. So this what we are seeing, this cell boundary, this membrane, cell membrane, it is made up of lipoproteins. So if you zoom, okay, look under the microscope, you zoom this one. Okay, then you will be able to see that there are some lipid molecules are there like this membrane. Okay, these are all fats. Okay, and in between some proteins may be there. Okay, don't worry about the structure. So you can imagine that the cell membrane is the boundary of the cell. It is made up of these kind of oils. Okay, so if you take water and in water you put the oil will dissolve in water or not?
No, sir.
No,
It will
sir.
not dissolve. Okay,
No,
you put one drop, wait for 5 minutes, put another drop of oil. If you wait for some time, the two drops of oil may come together. It is a tendency. Like attracts like. Okay, oil will attract the other oil. Okay, they are both hydrophobic. Okay, they don't like water. Okay, but they like something that is similar to itself. Therefore, oil, if there are 2-3 drops, they will come together. Like that only, when this cell is there, inside there is a water. No, what is the living system made up of? Mainly water. More than 70, 80, up to 90% and more also is made up of water only. The dry mass is very less. Okay, so when we are putting these kind of oils and fats together, they are coming together and making this boundary along with the help of a few proteins. That is what we say lipoprotein. Okay, so cell membrane is composed of the lipoproteins. And what is the its nature? Its nature is semi permeable. It will not allow anything and everything to enter inside. Only selective substances it will allow. That is why we are saying it is semi permeable. Okay, if you compare this with the cell wall is present in which kind of cell?
Plant cell.
Plant cell. Animal cells don't have cell wall, right? Or they have cell wall?
Don't have.
Don't have, because animal cells, they don't need cell wall. Okay, plants are stationary, they don't have to move, but they need strength, mechanical strength. They have to stand in their place. And there is a build up of tree. For example, huge tree is there. You can imagine how much weight is coming down that stem. How much weight it has? The whole weight of the tree is coming on that stem. Just imagine how much weight it has to bear. So if it doesn't have the cell wall, it's very difficult. It cannot tolerate that much of weight. Okay, so cell wall is going to give the mechanical strength to the cell. The cell wall is made up of fibers, network of fibers. Okay, the fibers are something like this. They will just deposit crisscross. Okay, these are known as cellulose fibers. Okay, the term cellulose you will learn in the coming chapters. Okay,
Sir,
yes,
excuse me, sir.
yes.
In creepers, this cellulose is not present.
In all plants have cell wall. All plant
So
cells
then,
have cell wall.
so then why creepers can't stand upright? Why they crawl on the ground?
Yes, the cell wall is going to give the structural strength to the cell, but that is not sufficient to maintain the, you see, when you talk about metals also, no, we talk about malleable, ductile, different terms are there, no, all of these are
Yes.
going to tell about what mechanical strength only of the property of that one. Same way in the plant also, one is what is the tolerance of the weight, okay, and another one is what you say young modulus. Okay, we'll not going to that one. That is going to tell how much strain it can take. For example, wind is blowing. When the wind blow, the plant is going to bend like this, like this, and it's going to sway just because it is very strong. Okay, cell wall is there, it is very strong. Do you think it will survive? It will snap simply when it will move like this. It will just, it will crack, it will break. So there is a requirement of another kind of strength is also required. Okay, that strength will come from the another kind of tissue, that is the xylem tissue, xylem fibers. We will look into the type of those things in the tissues chapter, in the tissues chapter. Okay,
Okay, sir.
so your question, that strength is coming from the cell wall, but also it is coming from other things also. Now here we will focus on cell wall. Cell membrane is semi permeable, cell wall is freely permeable. Freely permeable, that means so many things can simply pass through it. Why? Because this is nothing but it is a mesh of fibers. Simply fibers are like this, like this, like this. So whatever these gaps are there, are they all uniform gaps? Is the size of this gap that is there in between the fibers, is it exactly same size, or it is different sizes?
Different, sir.
Different sizes. And that is why what is going to happen is different size of molecules can pass through it freely. Okay, cell wall is freely permeable, but cell membrane is,
Selectively permeable.
yes, semi permeable, selectively permeable, both are correct. Okay, so examples like cotton, jute, coconut fibers, they are all having the cell wall, okay, in their dead cells. You know, cotton, jute, and all the this coconut fibers. Cotton and jute are both used in textile, and coconut fibers are used in, say, mattresses, and different uses are there. All of these are fibers, plant fibers. They have cell wall. Fruit, for example, apple is there. Does apple, inside the apple, whatever the cells are there, do they have cell wall?
Sir, once again, can you say? Voice was not
For
clear.
example, yeah, apple is there. Okay, the apple fruit. So in the apple fruit, Whatever the cells are there, those cells, do you think they have the cell wall or not?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. They will have.
Yeah. If you take any cell from the plant, it will have cell wall. It may be less, it may be more. Okay, some cells will be dividing very fast, so they will have very less cell wall. The cells that are permanent, that have died, okay, now they are not going to you become into some other cell, they are not going to divide. Okay, for example, cotton. Okay, these cotton fibers, what are these cotton fibers? Cotton fibers are also cells that have died. They have a lot of cellulose. Okay, they have a lot of cellulose fiber. Cotton
Sir,
is
and cork.
and
Sir, cork.
cork. Yes, cork cambium, like cork. What you say in the some of the beverages, we put the cork. Okay, the cork also has the cell wall. Okay, it is dead. Okay, it is dead, but it has cell wall. So a living cell, it will differentiate. We will see in the next chapter, that is the tissues. The living cell, it will differentiate into some mature cell, okay, which is going to do very special function. Okay, in class 8 also you studied about xylem and phloem. Okay, chapter 1, how the transport of water and minerals and food takes place. So these are the cells. Okay, for example, xylem, some cells are living, some cells are dead. Okay, like that only, first they will be the living cells, they will divide, they will mature into some kind of cell, and they may permanently mature and they will not again divide, so they are dead, but they have cell wall. Okay, and that is going to give the strength. Okay, it may become into some kind of fiber, that is going to give the more strength. Now for example, cotton is there. Cotton is almost 99% pure cellulose. Okay, so it is very easy to use this cotton to make the fabrics, make the clothes. Okay, so we will discuss more in detail in the next class. Any doubts you have further in this one, you can ask.
Sir, one question I have, but from out of the book. Sir, may I ask?
Yeah, go ahead.
Sir, why plant is called Prosopis juliflora?
Sorry.
Sir, why plants is called Prosopis juliflora?
No, plants are not called like that. There may be a
Sir,
specific,
but there,
there may be a
sir,
specific
but
plant
there
with that
was a
name. So some specific plant may be there with that name, but plants are not called that thing. Plants are called plants, that's it. So each of the plant has
sir,
a
in
separate
news it
name.
was there one question.
In which one it was there?
Sir, it was mentioned in news.
Okay, you can do one thing. Okay, you can send me the name of that, what was that one, so that I will look into it. Okay, because maybe you are trying to ask in a different sense the question, maybe, so I am not able to get that one. Okay, so okay, I will see you all in the next class. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank
Thank you
you,
all.
sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you,
Thank you,
sir.
sir.